Okay, let's jump right into the financial revolution that, well, really split the world in two this year.
It's been incredible to watch.
Our mission today is to give you the shortcut. How do you make sense of this massive shift? And, more importantly, how do you capitalize on it? We're diving deep into the role of the Web3 ambassador.
It's a compelling problem because the scale is just undeniable. We're living through what you could call a 10-year revolution.
A revolution in a decade.
Exactly. We've watched crypto ownership explode to an estimated 600, maybe 660 million users globally. That's by late 2024.
Wait, 600 million? So what is that, like almost 7% of the world's population?
Around that, yeah.
Mm.
And that participation helped the total market cap rebound strongly, right near $3.9 trillion.
Okay, let's unpack that momentum a bit, because that rebound, it didn't just come from Wall Street.
No, not at all.
Our sources are really clear that this adoption is fiercely global. We're seeing emerging markets like India, Nigeria, Vietnam actually leading the charge on a per capita basis.
Right, and that's key. This isn't just speculation. It's organic, utility-driven adoption. People are looking for real alternatives.
So what's the engine behind that utility?
It's decentralized finance, or DeFi. It's still the fastest-growing segment, for a reason.
Absolutely.
Lets users borrow, lend, trade, all without a traditional bank.
Frictionless and global.
That's it. It's the raw infrastructure for real financial inclusivity.
And we can actually measure the trust people are placing in these new systems. We just have to look at total value locked or TVL.
A huge metric.
Yeah, and this isn't just transactional volume. It's the value of real assets people have committed to these protocols. That number basically doubled through 2024, hitting $214 billion.
So when you see that kind of growth, plus around 7 million daily wallets using DeFi services.
It's not a sandbox anymore. It's become the largest, most active category of all blockchain applications.
When if we connect that to the bigger picture, you see this great divergence happening in finance. On one side, you have FinTech, the agile digital banks, neobanks, Revolut, PayPal. They operate like a Formula One team.
Fast, modern tech.
Right. Open APIs, so they can aggressively integrate crypto and Web3 features as core services almost immediately.
Which contrasts so sharply with traditional finance or TradFi.
Sure.
We're talking about the legacy giants, JP Morgan and the like.
The cargo ships.
Exactly. If FinTech is the F1 car, TradFi is the cargo ship. It's weighed down by old systems, heavy regulatory hurdles.
And while we do see some signs of convergence, BlackRock with the ETFs, tokenization pilot,
The pace just isn't there. FinTech's embrace has created this massive, immediate knowledge gap for millions of new users.
a gap that institutions also feel.
And here's where the opportunity for you gets really interesting. You connect that immense scale, trillions of dollars, surging volumes to that critical user education gap, and you find a very profitable sweet spot.
Which is the Web3 ambassador.
Tell us about that role.
Their role is critical. They are, at their core, educators and connectors. They translate these complex DeFi concepts into, actionable knowledge.
So tutorials, guides.
Exactly. Building community trust, guiding consumers, even institutions, toward the right Web3 solutions. They're accelerating adoption by providing reliable information.
That sounds crucial, but is it just a glorified sales position dressed up as education? I mean, what's the concrete reward here?
That's a really important question. It is definitely not just altruism. Because they're directly driving utility and growth, ambassadors can earn significant passive income
Wow.
through things like referral commissions, token incentives, or airdrops for contributing real value to new protocols. And just as important, they get early exposure, professional networking. They gain real influence in shaping where the industry goes.
So it's like getting paid for knowledge arbitrage.
That's a great way to put it. You're bridging the gap between the technology and the user.
So what does this all mean for you? The on-chain economy is a material part of global finance now. The demand for leadership, for education, is just skyrocketing.
The opportunity is to move from being an observer of this fintech revolution to an active participant, an educator who earns rewards by driving real utility.
And these ambassadors are actively helping accelerate that convergence of TradFi and Web3.
They are. Which leaves us with the final question for you to think about.
Yeah.
How quickly will education and community building bridge the regulatory gap that's currently slowing down traditional finance? Because the answer to that will define the speed and the scope of the next decade.